another story this time relating to Gatwick. The announcement they've put their planning permission or application in now for the northerly runway after so many years of inquiry and debate in the UK airports market. What do you make of that?
Well, it's always been looming, and I guess at least we now know what's going to happen or what they want to happen. It makes sense, it's an option, and it should have been discussed perhaps in more detail before now. Clearly, the winners in this are going to be Gatwick's management and owners, potentially lots more movements in peak hours off the two runways. They're going to have to do things around the infrastructure, access to the M23 and the surrounding roads will need to be developed, I think. And if capacity does increase, then there's got to be more terminal space created, but I'm sure they've worked through all the numbers and the logic. From the airline side, it will be interesting to see how many more movements are declared an hour and who wants to come in. I mean, Wizz Air have been building a presence, even Ryanair in recent years have been building a presence. And any new slots, they may get a more favourable allocation than the incumbents. So, yeah, it's interesting. Clearly, that second runway or the northbound runway, northerly runway is going to have to be used for the smaller aircraft types. Bit more noise around here, doesn't bother me. It's to the north of me. I think my in-laws are upset, but they'll have to get some earplugs.
Do you think this will sort of spark? I mean, as the industry continues to recover and we move sort of globally beyond 2019, I suppose, albeit with different challenges as we talked about previously with environmental pressures and pilot shortages, etc. Do you think we'll see a sort of a return of long haul growth at Gatwick on the basis that it gives them potentially in a couple of years it'll give them more access to the London market? So
what you really mean is Heathrow's full and that people have to come to Gatwick. Probably, and some airlines are understanding the value Gatwick has, a local market, the high net worth, not me, but other people. So I think they see that. I think the other exciting dimension to this is, all of these low-cost carriers who have a presence at Gatwick are getting XLR-type equipment. So suddenly, low cost to the Middle East, that would be really interesting. And if that's the case, Saudia's expansion into Gatwick this summer is just warming it up for a low-cost airline, perhaps, with their Vision 2030 plans. So I think it's an opportune moment to do it. If they can get quick approval and they can put the necessary facilities in place, then clearly they're leaps and bounds ahead of Heathrow. But Heathrow doesn't need to worry. It's got its own market and it's got its own operating model. Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to take the temperature, I suppose, on how this proposal is viewed in light of the variety of protests and challenges the industry is facing with regards to emissions and impact on the environment. So even though
inevitable
methods of planning, I think we've got a long way to go yet on this.
Yeah, the people ultimately, Mark, in any planning application or anything regulated in this industry, the only people who are the winners are the lawyers.